Okay, so I'm getting ready to make a file knife. So basically this is a file tip, and the file would come out here, some old file. I wanted to make sure it was made in the United States. Files are real high carbon. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to heat this blade up, the whole file up, till it's no longer magnetic. So you put a magnet on it, it doesn't stick. At certain temperatures, that's what happens. Well, anyway, when you get to that point, what you do is you let it cool all on its own, and you bring it back up to that non-magnetic point, and then you let it cool again, and it softens it so you can cut and shape any shape you want out of your knife, right? But then you have to reharden it back the way it was, so you can reharden it in certain ways. So back here is soft, and this is brittle, and so it holds its edge longer. There's a whole bunch of different ways. It's kind of cool. I'm sure 10,000 YouTube channels tell you that. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to build. But I like to think that I can use my air and compressed air and propane anywhere, right? So what I've done, and I think it's a damn good idea, and you ought to try it. Here, check this out. It's maybe one of those times you see some dude blow himself up. Right, there's a flame. Now what I installed on my propane tank was a hose, a pressure gauge, a variable meter to meter the gas coming in and out, and quick disconnects. One direct line, and then one that I held in this right here. I built these out of these parts, but so now I can control actual gas pressure. But the secret is in the disconnect. So here's this disconnect. This thing is all hooked up. Let me turn this on, and then I open up just a little bit of gas up here. Oh, there it is. I can turn on my little flame. And so I can meter how high the flame is. Oh, that's focusing. Using this. So up here, this is a bar. It's actually my little brother's bar. It's kind of cool. This whole story was cool. But the stories that this thing could tell, man, just an old scrap. So there's one way I use the propane. Okay, and it kind of sets the mood, but that's not about that. So anyways, so then down here, if I turn it down and get height, so let's turn that off, turn this back off, and then disconnect this by using this disconnect right here. Now, let's see if I can do this. Want to bring that too. Now let's trip this thing. Alright, so that's part one. See how it just disconnects? Now this will be put on this forge I built, part two.